All right, welcome back to the show right here on set. Senator Ted Cruz of the great state of Texas. Senator Cruz, thank you, sir, as always. Walter Russell Mead, a very smart guy. Wall Street Journal, U.S. shrugs as World War III approaches. Appeasement, not deterrence. We're not spending money on it. Anyway, I want to get your quick take on this, particularly with Israel knocking out all these Hezbollahs with this crazy story about the cell phone pagers. Anyway, what you think, World War III?
Look, I think we're in an extraordinarily dangerous situation. I agree with that assessment. And I got to say, the last 4 years under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, all of us know about the disasters domestically, on the economy, on the southern border. I think they pale in comparison to the disasters of foreign policy and national security. Every enemy of America right now is stronger, and I think we're at greater jeopardy than we ever have been. And the problem is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, their approach to the enemies of America is what you just said. It is appeasement, appeasement, appeasement. And communist China has now gotten in bed with Russia and Putin. That's bad for America. You look at their appeasement of Venezuela, their appeasement of Iran. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, along with congressional Democrats, have flowed $100 billion to Iran. That is profoundly dangerous, and I think we need a foreign policy that takes our enemies seriously and that invests in defending this country.
One of the financiers of Iran is China buying their oil.
Yep.
One of the financiers of Russia is China buying their oil. Walter Russell Mead talks about China not only going after Taiwan on a daily basis, but now going after the Philippines and their islands.
Yes.
We say, I don't hear anything from Biden on this.
Now, look, their approach, listen, there is a reason that nobody goes and studies and gets a degree from the Neville Chamberlain School of Foreign Affairs. Appeasement is catastrophically wrong. And the thing that Biden and Kamala Harris don't understand is that when you are weak, it doesn't reduce the chance of war. It increases the chance of war because it emboldens bullies and enemies. You and I both very much admire Ronald Reagan. I agree with President Reagan's peace through strength. I also think if your old boss, Donald Trump, had still been in the White House, there would be no war in Ukraine, and I don't think October 7th happened because our enemies were afraid of Donald Trump, and sadly, they are not afraid of the current commander-in-chief, and they're emboldened.
And our defense budget keeps falling in real terms. As a share of GDP, it's now falling below 3%. Reagan, just to use that benchmark, during the Cold War, as he crusaded against Soviet communism, Reagan spent 6.5% of GDP on defense. I mean, that's the kind of thing we're going to have to do if we're to protect ourselves.
And it proved an incredibly sound fiscal investment because we won the Cold War without firing a shot. As you know, in my office, the dominant feature is a giant painting of Reagan standing in front of the Brandenburg Gate with the words, "Tear down this wall," the most important words any leader has uttered in modern times. And the stronger America is, the less likely we are to have to send our sons and daughters into harm's way. We need to invest. We need to invest in the technology that our enemies don't want to mess with.
Did you see the Dennis Quaid movie, Reagan?
It was phenomenal.
I know. I loved it, too. I loved it,
go
too.
see Reagan.
How are you doing in Texas? I know they're throwing everything at you, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, we have a very real Senate race in Texas. Chuck Schumer has been explicit that I'm his #1 target in the country. The Democrats are spending over $100 million. We've had multiple polls that show it as a 2 or 3 point race. And I got to say, I'm being massively outspent. So what I'd say to your viewers, I need your help. If you want sound economic views, if you want to defend America, if you want to secure our border, then I need your viewers to go to tedcruz.org, tedcruz.org, and make a contribution right now. My opponent, who is an extreme left-wing Democrat, his voting record his first 4 years in the House was 100% with Nancy Pelosi. He's voted against energy repeatedly. He voted in favor of Joe Biden's ban on new permits to export liquid natural gas. Now, you know how idiotic that is.
In Texas.
And how bad that is for jobs in Texas. And yet he's been statewide on TV for 3 months. So I need folks to go to tedcruz.org and support the campaign.
15 seconds. Trump is taking crypto money. Does Cruz take crypto money?
I do. Tedcruz.org takes Bitcoin right there. I am very bullish on Bitcoin.
Love it. Senator Ted Cruz. That's a terrific take. Well done, sir. Folks.